go ahead and get started with Canvas Learning Management System, the classroom. So what does Canvas do? Canvas is where you want to start the day. It's where you're going to get announcements. You're going to find out what's going on with the life of our school, what's happening. You'll be getting messages from your teachers. You'll be able to send messages to your teachers. You'll see your entire list of classes inside of Canvas. Some of them you'll work in Canvas, do assignments and lessons and videos. Some of them you'll log in outside of Canvas to work on, but you'll see your full list to get started there. You have a calendar that you can use to organize due dates, see when things are coming up, put down reminders. It's a useful feature. There's a lot of resources and tools and information available for you in the student handbook. If you're taking any live classes, which we offer for 7th to 10th grades in core curriculum, math, science, language arts, world history, those are fully within Canvas and require online meetings. And then we have 25 different elective classes that are all in Canvas as well. So you can see there's a lot happening within Canvas. Alright, so to log in, your username is going to be your first name dot last name at summitlc.org. That's Summit Learning Charter, that's what the LC means there. So make sure you get that written down or double check it if you're not exactly sure the combination of first name, last name. And then your password is going to be preset to new user 1. That's a capital N, capital U, and the number 1 at the end. Once you have that written down, let's go ahead and log on in. If you don't already have the URL, it's written there on the board. You can type it into your computer. If you're using a school computer, it should already be bookmarked. But if you're not, get it bookmarked once you have it typed in, once you get to that login page. And then if you're waiting around, if you got some time to kill, go ahead and download the Canvas app on your phone. It works for both Apple and Android devices. It could be a great thing. A lot of us are always mobile on the go, so you can work on classes, stay up to date with school, keep track of things all from your phone. Okay, once you are set, once you're on the login page and have logged in, let's go ahead and take a tour of what's in Canvas. Hello, welcome back. You can see I'm still here with you guys. Let's get started logging in. Here I'm at the Summit Learning Charter, our webpage login for Canvas, summit.instructure.com. I'm going to go ahead and log in as a guest here, EWA student. Hopefully you're all logged in. And if you're logged in correctly, you'll get to your home page. Sometimes we call this the activity page or your beginning page or whatnot. But this you have a lot of information when you first log in here into Canvas. You can see right here on the front, you're going to get some announcements. I have one announcement right here from my algebra class. You'll also get message notifications. So there's got a message sent from Jonathan Close, myself. Look at that. Up at the top here, you can access courses, grades, your calendar. There's a main menu up there. You can see there's some information on the top right to access your inbox. That's where you get your messages and your settings. And on the right side, you're going to get notifications in terms of due dates, things coming up for the next week, or you'll get feedback. If you turn in an assignment, your teacher gave you some feedback, you'll see that on the right side as well here. So a lot of stuff going on. When you first log in, you kind of get a quick snapshot of everything that's happened since the last time you logged in. Okay, let's start off with going up to the settings. So click on the top right. The first thing I want you to do is you can see your school email address. You can add any other email addresses. If you want to add another one that you use a lot, you can put it in here. The other cool thing I like is you can add other contact messages. You can get text messages sent to you. So all of you guys with phones, go ahead and put in your phone number. I'll go ahead and type in mine and show you how easy it is. Select your carrier, mine's Verizon, and boom, there you go. You've already got text messaging. Once I click register, it'll already be sent. You get a confirmation code, which you got to do to your phone, and you'll get notifications. So if someone messages you, if a teacher messages you, if you get a grade update, you'll get a lot of that sent right to your phone as well. A really handy way to stay in touch with our school. The other thing you can do, you can scroll down, you can integrate with Google Drive. So I would click on, let's see, registered, click on Google Drive, you can put in your information, your login information, and get that linked. We'll be talking about Google Drive later on in the video here. And finally, go into notifications. This is a really handy thing. They have a lot of ways where we can notify you about what happens in your school. So you can get notified on due dates, grading policies. You can get scores about grade changes. So as something gets graded, you get a notification right away. And look at, if you register your cell phone, you can get cell phone notifications. So you can get notified right away. You can set a daily summary, what time. You can get sent weekly, or you can get no notifications if you want to take some of these off. I like the announcements. That would be a good notification. Grading would be a good notification one. Conversations, every time you get a conversation message, that's a good notification. Lots of good things here. A calendar, if you want to get a calendar reminder, alerts, etc. Lots of good stuff here. So take some time to go through this. Think about what you might want to get notified about or what you might not want to get notified about. The other thing you can do with the settings is kind of handy is I know some students like to have their parents involved in what they're doing. You can add a parent email here as well if you want your parents to get grade notifications or to get feedback from teachers, parents, if you want to be more involved with what's happening with your student as well. So that's all in the settings here. Take some time to go through settings, notifications, and make sure things are what you would like to have. Anytime we want to get back to our home page, some of the settings here, I can click just on the Summit Learning Charter logo here, and I'm right back into the beginning where I can see all my course activity. Okay, so settings are great. Let's take a look at messaging in the inbox. What if I want to be able to communicate with teachers? So let's click on the inbox up here. Notice I have a 50 right next to mine. That indicates that I have 50 unread messages. My test account, so I don't get into it very much. So let's click on the inbox and see what we have. All right, on the left side you can see all your messages. The little dot means that it's unread. If I click on the dot, I can mark it as being read. I can filter my inbox between unread or starred if I want to favorite a message, or archived if I want to archive everything. I can even filter between courses. Maybe I just want to see the messages in my world history class. I don't have any messages in there, but let's go back to other classes. You can filter by class, which is handy. And let's compose a message. Here's a little writing tool. So I want to compose a new message. We pick which class we want to. We can pick people in the class. Right now I'm going to pick my teacher. And I'm going to make a quick message here. All right, that's how easy it is. So we got a whole internal messaging system built in. The nice thing about this is it's linked to your email. So anytime you send a message, it's going to go into the other person's Canvas account, but then it's also going to get forwarded to their email or forward to their text messaging, however they want to set up notifications. Same thing with you. If you get a message, you may get a message in here, but it'll also appear in your Google Gmail inbox or any other email address you add or any text message you added. So you're going to get notifications of this as well, and you can respond back to these by whatever email client you're using as well too. So it's a really, really good messaging system. We do a lot. We encourage you to use that a lot with teachers, getting on here every day, checking in on stuff, asking questions, all that stuff that good students do with teachers. All right, so there's your inbox. Notice if I click on a message, I can reply back or view some different settings here as well. I can forward, I can delete the message, I can reply to everybody, and I can see what's going on. All right, let's go back to our home page. That was a little bit about messaging. Now let's take a look at everyone's exciting thing. Let's take a look at courses. So right now, you can see we've got 4 classes listed out here. Algebra 1A with Edgenuity. If you see a class designated with Edgenuity or some other name on the end of it, that means that you're going to have to eventually link out to work on that class. This is an Edgenuity class, so even though it's marked in here, I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And we'll wait for the class to load up. Eventually, I'm going to have to actually log into Edgenuity to work on that class. So here's kind of the format you'll see for an Edgenuity class. You have the direct link, a couple places where you can log in. There's an Adobe Classroom. We'll talk more about that later, but there's a link to where if I want to meet with the teacher online. There's an orientation video if I forget how to use Edgenuity, if I want a quick refresher on what's going on in Edgenuity. And I got a link to the Edgenuity student guide as well. For the most part, you're going to want to know your teacher's information. There's a link to my calendar there if you want to see when I'm available or when I have office hours. But most times you're going to come in here and you're just going to click on Edgenuity and it's going to take you right to the student login page. All right, let's get back there. So there's an Edgenuity class. Let's take a look at one of my other classes here. All of you guys have the Summit 2015-2016 Student Handbook. And this is where, if you want to follow up, if you forget everything, or if you're not sure what's going on, this is where you can find a lot of good information. We have a lot of resources here. So notice on the first module, if I clicked on modules, all of this first stuff is getting ready for a new school year or term. Knowing where to find your class schedule details, planning out your weekly schedule, keeping track of due dates, setting reminders. All this stuff you kind of want to reset every term because you're going to have different classes, different teachers. You may have a different work schedule. These are just good things to do at the beginning of the year. There's a whole section on improving your study skills as a student. What does an online student, what does a successful one do? Taking notes, plagiarism, online safety, communication. Lots of good stuff here you can look through if you're just wanting to improve your skills. And then here's a lot of information. If you forget everything about Canvas, come over here and look at the Canvas video guides. And there's some things to walk you through how to turn in assignments, how to use the calendar, how to communicate, discussions, checking grades, doing quizzes. All these videos are there available for you to watch anytime you want in the handbook, as well as the student guide. And you can see we also have guides, video guides, reading, both video and reading, because different people like different things. But we got video guides and a manual for Edgenuity, Adobe Connect, and then all of our Google apps as well. So this is all available for you in the student handbook class. You may have a live class. A live class is fully within Canvas, so you can see there's week by week different assignments, things I need to do to keep track of. You'll definitely be meeting online with your teacher. There's required online classes. So you have a live class that's fully in Canvas. And then I wanted to give you an example of what an eDynamics class looked like as well. It's set up a little bit differently. It's set up in units and not by weeks. But eDynamics are really fun electives. I definitely encourage you guys to take one or two at some point during the year. This one's Intro to Social Media. So if you want to get really good at things like Facebook, Twitter, etc., that's a great elective class. So there you go. You have your own classes. Take a look over your own schedule. See what you have. Are they in Canvas? All the assignments in Canvas? Do you have to log out? Are they outside of Canvas? But anyways, all of you should have a good 4, maybe even 5 classes listed here. We encourage students to do 4 classes, start and finish 4 classes every term. We have 3 terms. That gives you 6 credits for the year. Okay, let's go back to the home page. Click on Summit Learning. There's our courses. Grades, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time here. Notice that right now everything says no grade because I haven't worked on everything. This is just a demo account. Some classes you're never going to have any grades show up. If it's an Edgenuity class, then I'm going to have to go into Edgenuity to find out my grade, see how I'm doing, check my progress, all that good stuff there. A World History Live class or an eDynamics class, my grade will show up. I will have a grade because the assignments, lessons, everything is in Canvas. So I will have a grades there. So you want to check those from time to time as well. Other classes like this handbook class, it's not even a class. There's no assignments. It's just a resource. So it'll say no grade. So don't get wigged out if you think you have no grade there. Again, check with your teacher for all these classes if you want clarification about grades and what you're supposed to do. The calendar, I definitely encourage you to use this because if you have any classes in Canvas, you will get notifications on the calendar about when things are due, what things are coming up. You can click on agenda mode and see what assignments you have to do or if there's any online classes to attend. And then you also have your own personal calendar. So you can click on any date and we can say, okay, I want a reminder to do algebra class. Submit that. Now I've got a reminder that, again, if I set my notifications correctly, I'll get a text reminder, an email reminder. Guess what shows up now on my home page? I now have a reminder to do my algebra class. So you can use this to help keep you organized, to due dates. I love using reminders with my phone. I do use reminders all the time, otherwise I forget stuff. So I encourage you to use the calendar tool to stay up to date with what's going on. Okay, that's a good basic introduction to what's in Canvas. This should be enough to get you started with your classes. Again, there's more in the student handbook if you want to spend some time on your own looking and diving into Canvas. And most of you are just going to click around and figure it out all anyway. But hopefully this gets you started. Good job paying attention. Ask any staff members around you if you guys still have questions or difficulties in terms of getting logged in or figuring things out.